Okay, let's start. We will start by first setting our intention. So if you're comfortable, before we start the class, listen to your body. And anytime you're not able to do the posture, just focus on the breath while in your comfortable posture. That's your practice for that. And also accepting where the body is today is also a part of the practice. So let's remember that, listen to the body and see where we are called to practice. Okay, so let's start with setting our intention to the practice. You may sit or you can stand if that's comfortable. Sit in a comfortable posture. Whatever your body allows you to sit through. Spine, neck, and head aligned. You may close your eyes, but if that's too distracting, you can focus softly on a spot in front of you. Take a couple of deep breaths all the way to the abdomen. Set an intention to the practice. It can be as simple as, I want to be at ease today. I want to feel lighter. Something very short and simple. Focus on the temperature on the skin. On at least one sound outside of you. Now moving inwards, try to focus on one sound within you. It could be the gurgling of the stomach, heartbeat. Now focus right below the nostrils. Becoming aware of the temperature on the area right below the nostrils as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, maybe the warmth right below the nostrils. And we will practice now. Try to slowly come to the framework of the body. And you may slowly or gently open your eyes or keep your eyes closed. Slight energizing. Bhastrika practice, a mild version. If you have high blood pressure, you may not want to practice this practice. Continue to focus on the breath. With the spine straight still, make a light fist with both hands next to your shoulders. And as you inhale, your hands come up. And as you exhale, your hands come back down towards the shoulders. Five more. medium pace, not too fast, not too slow. And the last two, you would go super slow before you come to. And let go. Observe the warmth, observe the sensations in the body. Maybe energized a little bit. You're going to systematically move through the glands and the joints from our toes all the way to the head. So you may stretch your legs in front of you. And keeping the spine and neck aligned still and straight. And let's start with the toes. And try what makes it a yoga practice, trying to align it with the breath. So maybe as you exhale, you can bend and inhale as you stretch, or it might be the other way for you. Coordinate the movements with the breath. Last two. And let go of the toes and notice the sensations in the toes. That's how we cultivate awareness. After each practice, what is happening? Now let's move toward the ankles. Ankle circles, clockwise first. Again, we are not rushing through this practice. Coordinate with the breath. As your clock moves towards the floor, inhale, exhale as it comes up, or maybe the other way around. We're not holding the breath at any point of time. Other side or anti-clockwise. And we would try to do these repetitions the same, two different directions, approximately the same number of times if possible. Relax your ankles when done. Notice the sensation in that ankle, and the toes are all over the feet now. Now for the knees. Bring both hands, support your knees, the bottom. Inhale as you bend. I'm starting with the left. You may start with any leg. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. 5 more. At your own pace. Last one before we switch. Just take a moment to notice the right and the left, how the knees feel both sides. And let's try the other side. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. Last one before you relax the other leg. Now let's open up the hips. Let's bring our feet together. Hands to support the toes and the feet, and also helps with alignment. And stretch up the spine slightly. And slowly and gently move your knees up and down. Again, coordinating with the breath. You may feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Breathe through the practice. Don't hold your breath at any point. And let go of the fluttering of the wings. And if you can, slightly stretch up again as you inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your elbows towards the floor as much as you can go so you can get a deeper stretch in the inner thighs. Breathe. Exhale as you go a little bit deeper. Every time you want to create that space, you can exhale. And stay there, maybe for a breath or two. As you inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, let go of your hands. And maybe check the alignment or check how the hips feel, and even the inner thighs. And let's now stretch the spine a little bit while we are sitting. Stretch up and bring your right hand to the left knee, left hand behind your back. Slightly look over your shoulders. Feel the twist on one side and the stretching. Breathe through the practice. Next inhalation, slightly extend your spine. Exhale. Bring back your right hand to the right knee as you exhale. So as you notice, all of our movements are coordinated with the breath. Now let's try the other side. Right hand behind your back, left hand over your right knee. Look over your shoulder. Breathe normally here. A slight twist and a slight stretch. Getting ready to inhale again. And as you exhale, bringing your left hand to the left knee, right to the right. Okay, let's now transition to cat and cow posture. So if your knees hurt, try to do what you have to, like maybe cushion or see what if you can comfortably stay in a tabletop position. Look straight ahead. Take a breath first, regular breath. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Two more on your own. Feel the extension of the spine as you inhale and the stretch and rounding as you exhale. And let's come back to a neutral position here, the tabletop, and bring your hips back to the feet. Stretch forward in the child pose. And again, let's slowly come up to standing. Doing okay? So you will probably feel a little bit more energized when compared to when we started, right? Let's notice that, and that's what will keep us coming back to the practice. Okay, we systematically stretched, and we also released all the way from the toes to the hips, and also a little bit to also on the spine. So we will now work on the upper body side of it. So let's now bring our arms in front of us, make a fist, and rotate. Again, breath. We are not in a hurry. Coordinate with the inhalation and exhalation, the rotations. And especially with us on the phone and keyboard all the day, that feels really good. And now let's try the other direction. You will also notice that most of the time when we coordinate with the movements of the breath comes first and then the movements come after. And slowly slow it down. And as though you're pushing something very heavy in front of you. And relax. And notice the tendency to hold the breath when you try to push something away. Let's take a breath, but let's not hold the breath and try to push something very heavy in front of you. You're engaging your upper arms as well. And relax by your side. Let's move towards the elbow joints. Hands on your shoulders, elbows can touch. Inhale, bring your elbows up. Exhale it down as you bring it back together. These subtle practices can be very efficient without having to push the body very hard. And now reverse the direction. Elbows move outwards and then come back and join. These are all variations of the asana still. It's just subtler with the intention of the pranic awareness by connecting with the breath. And relax your shoulders and your elbows on the side. Take a breath. Shoulders roll up towards the ear as you inhale. Shoulders roll back as you exhale. 3 times. Again, the other side. We're going to come back from backwards to the forward. Also, you connect with how the shoulder blades are pressing against each other. Last one. Now notice the upper body. Notice the flow of the prana. Energized. Now let's start with the neck and the head. Inhale as you bring your chin towards the right shoulder and your head moves back. And exhale as it comes towards the left shoulder and comes back towards the neck or the chest. Not too many of this if you tend to get dizzy, maybe just 2 or 3. And after 3, you can change the direction. Last one. And come back to Tadasana. Let's bring our hands in front of us. We're going to open up the chest. Inhale, open. As though you're trying to hug a tree. Exhale. Now you're hugging the tree. Getting ready to hug the tree. Last one. And relax. Notice how your body is energized and maybe looser from toe all the way to the head. And it's now warmed up to practice a few asanas. Again, we are going to go through this gently. You can stay in Tadasana if that's more comfortable, or you can bring your feet together. We will practice Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Inhale, right hand up. And left hand is on the thigh. Exhale, slightly bring left, bend towards the left. And we are going to hold the posture here by breathing normally. Feeling the stretch on the right side, and a little bit of a compression on the left. And slowly inhale as you come up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale as you bend right. Breathe normally. Notice if you're holding the breath. Inhale as you slowly come up. Exhale, arms down. Utkatasana, or awkward pose, or the chair pose. Great for metabolic disorders, also for healthy digestion. Inhale, arms in front of you. Exhale as much as you can. You can slightly start with bringing your hip back towards the wall. Exhale slightly down. And breathe right here. Inhale and exhale. Your thighs may be a little uncomfortable with this one. But don't hold the breath. Inhale as you slowly come up. Exhale, arms down. Notice how the thighs feel. Okay, let's now try our Virabhadrasana. Feet a little bit wider than the shoulder or as wide as the shoulder. Then your left hand turns towards the left. Slightly bend your knees as comfortable or as much as you go, but you doesn't have, but it cannot go past the toes. And arms stretched out, spine is straight. Now look beyond the fingers, the left fingers. Breathe. Inhale slightly as you relax the left knee, left toes turn forward. Now right toes turn towards the side. Bend the right knee as much as you can comfortably. Take a breath. Now look and stretch beyond the right fingers. The next breath, we're going to relax the right knee. Bring the toes inwards, arms down. Tadasana. And one balancing posture with the tree pose or the Vrikshasana. Starting with the right leg. So your left leg is straight, and you can bring your ankle just above the other ankle bone, or you may bring it up towards the knee or all the way up, depending on how your balance is today. So try to see where your body is today. So you could start with the ankle or the knee or all the way up without losing the alignment or the awareness towards the breath. Don't hold your breath. And we are not going to be a slanting tree, a straight tree. Body tends to lean towards the other side. If that is, then try to see where your legs can balance it without having to lean. Breathe normally. And if you're losing the balance, you can focus on one spot on the floor or ahead of you and not lose the focus on that spot. One more breath. And the next breath, you bring your right leg down. Your left leg was engaged, notice that. Let's try the other side. We all know the sides, one side is probably stronger than the other for each of us. We don't know, whatever that might be for you. We are only going to observe it. Again, this is another hip opener. Although it's a balancing posture, it's a hip opener. And that's why the alignment is the key here. Stretch like a tree. And if that balance is not happening, if you can take the support of the wall a little bit, not too much of the pressure on the wall while you work on the balance. Next breath, let go of the left leg. Okay, we are going to move to the floor now. So we already did the spinal twist. So we are going to practice Vajrasana, if everybody can practice Vajrasana. Or let's move towards the Paschimottanasana. Bring your left leg is stretched out. Spine is still straight, aligned. Exhale as you stretch and reach for your toes. If that is not happening today, that's okay. It's to see how far you can stretch. Your hand can be behind the back for support. There are multiple variations of this posture. Breathe through the stretch. Next breath, slowly release. We try to come back out of the posture exactly opposite the way we went in. So we move gracefully. Now let's try the other side. Breathe. Release. Both legs stretched. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stretch. Reach towards the toes. You will feel tremendous stretching with the back of the legs. That's the name of the posture. And the stretch will probably reach all the way through the spine. And try to look forward towards the toes, so we are not slouching or bending our upper body. Breathe. And relax. Okay, let's try a gentle version of the Bhujangasana or the cobra pose. Feet together like a cobra tail. And fingers right below the shoulders. Look straight ahead with your chin on the mat. As you inhale, come up as much as you can. And breathe. This is for the lower back. Don't hold the breath, just 2 breaths. And slowly come back down. Relax your hands by your side. Look to one side. Your feet can fall open while you're relaxing. Shalabhasana. Arms stretched out. Feet are still together. Inhale. Slowly bring your upper body up and the feet are off the floor as much as you can, even if it's 1 millimeter today. Breathe through the practice. And slowly relax. And let's position ourselves in as less moments as we can on our back. Pavana Muktasana or wind removing pose works very well for gas bloating. Inhale, make a fist with both hands. Interlock your hands. Then bend your right knee and pull your right knee towards you, actually towards the armpit. Feel the pressure on the right side and the relaxation on the left. 2 to 3 breaths. And release the fingers and the right leg. Take a moment or a breath. Interlock your fingers. Bend your left knee. This time we feel the compression on the left side and relaxation on the right. And release. Now let's try both knees. Bend both knees. Try to grab your opposite elbow with the opposite hand as much as you can. If not, it might be towards your palms. It's also igniting the digestion fire. Two breaths. Next breath, release your knees, release your hands. Ridge pose or Setu Bandhasana. Bend both knees. They can be as wide as your feet can be as wide as your mat or the same width as your shoulders. Again, very efficient for lower back pain and lower back relaxation. Inhale, slowly lift your pelvis up and exhale as you release. Breathe through the practice. Next breath, slowly bring one vertebrae down at a time. Stretch your legs. Palms face up. Shavasana. Become aware of the toes and the crown of the head. As we walk through these different points, just become aware and take a breath while I walk you through these points. A breath at the toes. At the ankles. Your own normal breath. We are not trying to coordinate the dialogue and the length of the breath. A breath at the knees. At the pelvis. At the navel center. At the heart. Throat. Shoulders. Elbows. Wrists. Palms. Fingertips. Wrists. Lower back. Middle back. Upper back. Shoulder tops. The throat. The nostrils. Eyes. Eyebrow center. Top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head to the toes. Inhale, toe to head. Exhale, top of the head to the knees. Inhale, knee to head. Exhale, top of the head to the pelvis. Inhale, pelvis to the top of the head. Exhale, top of the head to the navel center. Inhale, navel center to the top of the head. Exhale, top of the head to the heart. Inhale, heart to head. Exhale, top of the head to the throat. Inhale, throat to the top of the head. Exhale, top of the head to below the nostrils. Inhale, nostrils to the center of the forehead. Exhale, center of the forehead to nostrils. Inhale, nostrils to the center of the forehead. Exhale, center of the forehead to the nostrils. Inhale, nostrils to the center of the forehead. And relax your awareness here. Observe the body chronically charged from toes to the top of the head. And turn to either side that's comfortable to you. Slowly come to sitting without opening your eyes. And let's start our practice of Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Bend the first two fingers, using the thumb slightly, and we are going to use the thumb and the ring finger to navigate between the two nostrils. Normal breath first. Slight pressure on the left. There are many versions of this, so we're going to use a beginner's mind and focus on the instructions for this version. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right with the thumb Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. That is 1 round. So let's continue this for 7 rounds. And release your hands when you're done with 7 rounds. The next practice is our 3-part breathing. Let's keep our spine, neck, head aligned. And we focus on the breathing in the abdomen region. Notice the ballooning of the abdomen as you inhale. And the abdomen moving towards the spine as you exhale. Two breaths of this, only bringing our awareness. We're not trying to balloon the abdomen. We're noticing the already natural moments of this breath in the abdomen region, only in the abdomen region. Now let's notice the moments in the chest region. The expansion of the chest as you inhale. And the contraction as you exhale. And now in the shoulder region, let's bring our focus there. Shoulders moving towards the ears as you inhale. And coming back down as you exhale. Now, in a single breath, let's try to see if we can maintain our awareness through the ballooning of the abdomen. As you inhale, expansion of the chest and the raising of the shoulders. And as you exhale, the abdomen moving towards the spine, chest contracting, the shoulders coming down. Resist the urge to manage these movements or even the breath. But only trying to bring our awareness to these movements along with the breath that are happening naturally. Let go of the effort to maintain the awareness. Now let's get ready to move outward by breathing deeply into the abdomen. But before we move outwards, we share the merits of the practice. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. And you may rub your palms together. Bring them over your face.